Hi everyone, so this lesson we are going to be doing a step-by-step drawing, and some of you might have done this one before, but it's fairly easy and you can always improve with practice, because I know this can be a little bit difficult for some of you. But that's why we have the step-by-step process, because it makes it easier. And so what I'm going to do, so this is an example, but I'm going to show you how to do it step-by-step on here. So our first part is to do the circle for the head. And what you want to do is, when you have a piece of paper, and all you need is paper and pencil to do this, and maybe a good eraser. So what you want to do is you just want to draw lightly a circle right up here. And the reason we want to draw light is because there's lines we're going to have to erase later on. Just like that. You want it near the top of the page because that's going to be the head, and so we need the rest of the body to be down here. So that's why we don't want to do it too low on the paper. So after you have your circle, you're going to create a curved line right here, and then one up here. Now these are going to make up the neck. And so then what we're going to do is we want to draw his body. Now, one thing that might help is if you start drawing a line from this one to this one right here. This top line to the bottom one. And after you do that, you're going to just slowly make sort of a square, or more like a rectangle shape, that's going to go down slightly. Just a little bit. Just like that. And remember, if you mess up, as long as you're drawing lightly, you can always erase and try again. All right, so the next part is we're going to draw his ears. And you can draw them anywhere on his head. I just like to draw them right about here. And we're drawing a leopard, and leopards don't really have really big ears like other big wild cats. But you can even make them big if you want to, but this is how I like to draw them. Now, to do his face, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the bottom part of our circle right here. And we're going to draw two more little circles, very lightly, right here. Just like that. And we're going to draw a bottom one, because this is going to be his chin, right underneath those. Just like that. And then what you can do is, this is going to be his nose right here, and that's the shape you want to create in between the two circles you have right here. Just like that. Now, drawing with shapes helps us be able to specify where our proportions are. So this is going to be his hip right here, and this is going to be the shoulder. All right? So if we know this is the shoulder, then this is where his first leg is going to come out. About right here. About like that. Just like that. And we can draw the other one on the other side, like this. Just like that. And knowing that his hip is here, so this shape, this circle we're drawing, is going to help us. We're going to use the curve of this circle here to draw his back leg. Just like this. Just like that. And then the other leg can come out right here. Then we draw his tail, and you can make his tail long or short. I usually like to do it like this, just like that. And then the last thing we need to do is put his eyes in. And again, you can do the eyes however you want. I just like doing them this way. just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your eraser and you're going to erase all these lines that you don't need anymore. So those lines were just there as to help us draw him, but now we can erase some of those. They're just there to be a guideline, and that's why you don't want to draw those too dark. And that way you can also adjust as you go along. Just like that. Now the next part we're going to do is, in order to make him a leopard, we have to give him spots. So what you can do is just draw a bunch of circles, just like that, on his body and on his face, just like this. Now at this point, what you can do is you can start sketching in some of these areas here. So that way we can see his nose a bit better. You can see his mouth, just like that. You can even give him whiskers, just like this. And shading and sketching just helps your drawing look a little more defined. And if you have colored pencils at home or markers, you can also color him in. Because the way we shade with pencils, the way we shade with pencils is the same way we can shade with colored pencils as well. What you want to do is now that you have all the lines that you want, you can make those lines darker. You can add more detail to him if you would like. Starting to make his paws, just like this. And if you try it and you kind of mess up and you don't like it, you can always try it again. Just follow the steps. So the more you practice, the easier it's going to be. And the last part we're going to do is we're going to actually shade in his spots so we can see the spots and make him actually look like a leopard. You can do as many as you'd like. You can just do a few. Just like this. Remember, you can always erase if you mess up. The last thing I would say is only if you want to. You can practice some shading techniques when doing this. So what we can do is when we shade, we're adding shadow and we're adding depth to a drawing. So like under here, probably makes sense to add a little shading there. Because anytime you have something under or behind something else, it's going to cast a shadow. And so just makes the drawing look a little more complex and in depth when we add some shadows. But only if you want to, and you can add as many as you like. Any place where there's going to be something under or over something else is going to create a shadow. Just like this. And you can even use this same format to draw other animals as well. Like you can make this a cat or you can make it a dog. The same rules apply to start with the head, the neck, and then the body. And start by using shapes to draw it. This is just a simple lesson, but I know you guys can do it if you keep practicing. And you can even improve upon it and do some things, like add some things to it yourself if you want to do something a little different. You can add as many little details as you like. And just make it completely your own. So this is the lesson I have for you guys today. Good luck, and I hope you guys keep persevering.